welcome to another Alton Towers vlog here on Cupcakes and Coasters. As you can see, we're here for Mardi Gras this time round. So we came for the start of the season, and the park have loads of events throughout the year. So at the start of the year it was all about the retro squad when we came a couple of months ago, and this time we're back for Mardi Gras. It's basically like a food and drink slash like entertainment festival. There's the KREWES that you'll find all around the park, so we're going to be catching some of those, doing their entertainment thing throughout the day, as well as enjoying some food and drink as well. Obviously, park is open until 8 PM today, so loads of time to get loads of fun stuff in, on obviously riding some of our favourite coasters as well as brand new for 2021 Gangsta Granny dark ride, which we haven't been on yet, and that is where we are going to be heading first. So we're here bright and early. It's actually only 9 o'clock. The park doesn't open till 10, but they seem to be letting people in and kind of spread out. I guess that's something to do with like COVID restrictions. They don't want people gathering, so we got here early so we can head straight over to the ride. So hopefully we are not queuing too long for that today. This morning we kind of just, because it's like a family ride, we know a lot of families are going to be showing up later. We don't want to be kind of clogging up too much of the queue when it's a ride for families. So we're going to go over there first, get that out of the way, ride that, experience that for ourselves for the first time before enjoying the rest of our day here at Alton Towers Resort. Follow me! Right, here we go. Gangsta Granny, the ride in the world of David Williams. This is looking a lot different to the last time. Last time I walked past this, it was, what was it called? Monster Squad or something? Monster Hunters, something like that.
Monster Squad?
Yeah,
House of Monsters.
House of Monsters, that's it. So I can't remember the name. Oh, there's the other flat ride. The Royal Carousel. Flavio's Fabulous Fandango. It's very cute. And here, obviously, with the queue, is the entrance to the new ride, and the frog hopper that just keeps on standing. That was here when I was a kid, and they just keep retheming it. It's great, multi-purpose ride. Let's join the queue for this thing. Lovely little Easter eggs, sneaky Alton Towers in the crown there. This is fab. Your royal title from this day forth, thou shalt hence be known as, that's my month on October, Lady Jiggly Caliente. No, McDuck. Lady Jiggly McDuck. How fabulous. What are you?
What am I? I am
Archduke Jiggly.
Jiggly the Great.
Yeah. Ben?
Countess Blingden Feet.
Feet. Jake, what are you?
Jiggly.
We're all jiggly.
Regal them. I thought this was you. A locked bottle. The honourable.
No. What is it actually called? Gangsta Granny the ride? Yeah, I wondered if it was called like, I don't know, something more elaborate, and I was missing a suffix, is it a suffix? Yeah. That was really fun. That was really good. I usually try to avoid spoilers and things, so I hadn't been watching any POVs or been really following any of the behind the scenes stuff that Towers have been releasing. So it was completely fresh and new to my eyes, and yeah, really fun. Like, it's quite nice. Like, obviously I love it, like the Alton Towers dungeon, the boat ride was rethemed, so I mean it's completely different to what it was, but it's actually quite nice that that's a brand new ride that we've never been on, like full stop, and it just felt really fun. Like, I loved the like the lasers in there with like, it was like string but like neon string, so it looked like a laser. There were loads of like cool effects, like the again, spoilers ahead if you don't want spoilers, but the crown disappearing effect was really fun. Like, I think that was some kind of like mirror trick in there, but that was really clever, really good. The ending where the cannon is like right in your face, it reminded me of, like, on a completely different scale, but on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, the effects are they feel really close to you. And me and Jack were sat in the front row, and we turned, there's a cannon like inches from your face, and it just blasts you in the face. It really made me jump. But yeah, it was really fun. The smells were interesting as well. Like, I don't really like intense smell effects, and there were quite a lot of intense smell effects in there. Jack's going for a wee, everyone. I thought you were having an input. Yeah, that like, and it was a lot of like fart jokes and like toilet jokes and stuff, so like the smells were a bit disgusting. I don't really like stuff like that, but like it was a good effect. Like everything was really effective and really kind of intense. But yes, very fun. I'm glad we did it. We probably, like I said earlier, it is a family ride, it's a family park. We're probably not going to go on it again today just because the queue will get quite long, but I'm glad that I went on it. It was really good addition to Alton Towers. It's just nice to have like a dark ride back at Alton Towers again. I know I said we've got the Alton Towers dungeon, we've got Jewel, but like a new dark ride at Alton Towers is fun. And I've had a few people saying they were disappointed that it was quite short. I didn't find it to be too short at all. I thought it was really like good. The story was told, and especially as someone who hasn't read Gangsta Granny, like I'm aware of it. I know about William's books and things, but I haven't read it because I'm not a kid. I understood the story perfectly, and I was worried I wasn't really going to know what was going on, but the story is conveyed perfectly through the ride, which is fantastic. And I love the it's a real mix of effects. There was some 2D cutouts, some 3D cutouts, some projections on screens, some physical sets, and it all just worked together really nicely. So yeah, I'm really pleased for a nice update to Cloud Cuckoo Land, now known as, I think it's called Walliams World, or the World of David Walliams now. Yeah, it's just nice to go on new stuff, isn't it? I think we're going to spend a little bit of time going on some roller coasters now, because we've been here like a year. I was going to say we've been here a year. We haven't been here a year. We've been here like an hour and haven't been on any roller coasters yet. So we're going to rectify that shortly and head into the Dark Forest. Come on, Tesla Coil. She's humming away. She's only on 7. Come on. 8. Come on. Yeah. 9. Oh no. 10. 11. Oh, come on. It's Alton Towers Intamin Rocket time! Stop, Gel, go!
Well, she was even like president when she went to Alton Towers.
Wow.
Keep your head back. Hold on tight. You must test me.
Just coming out of the Dark Forest. 13. We knocked out 13 and Rita first thing. Well, I say first thing, I think it's like approaching 12 now, but actually we've done Gangsta Granny, 13, Rita now. So I think actually we're not doing too bad. So I think we're going to head over to the food, I know, we're going to head over to the food village market thing. I mean, it's called Food Street or something. We're going to go over there and get some items, some Mardi Gras bits and bobs now. Have a little sit down, have a few snacks. I don't know what is available. Again, I try my best to not really pay attention to the details of these events, and so I can experience it more for myself the first time when I come in person. So yeah, we're gonna go over and check that out now, have ourselves a little break, hopefully some nice things to eat, and yeah, a little bit of a chill. I think we're gonna do Hex as well later, but probably not now because the queue is slightly low. We are on Food Street. Right, let's see what we've got. King Cakes, donuts and coffee. Hi guys. They're not very tall people, they're on stilts. Yorkshire pudding wraps. I feel like a lot of these aren't traditional Mardi Gras foods, but that's fine. It's more of a world food affair. So this is the British option, the Yorkshire pudding wrap. I think this is like a Greek. It's the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. Halloumi wrap. Ooh, okay, that's definitely a contender. What else have we got? Street food wraps.
They look good.
I love a wrap. Yeah. Okay, street food wraps. That sounds nice. Like some Cajun chicken or something. Oh, pizza. I think I'll probably get pizza. I'm so used to having pizza when I come here. Ooh, what's this? New York noodles. Oh, butterfly king prawns and vegetable spring rolls. That looks nice. New York pizza. That sounds good. Oh, I like this thing with like the pizza oven on the back. That looks cool. Okay. And oh my god, they've got blooming onions. They've got blooming onions.
Oh yeah.
Yes, okay, well, tell by my excitement, I think I'm going to get a blooming onion now. Jack's making friends.
Come back.
Oh no, sorry, that was my fault. I scared them.
Yeah.
What have you got?
Just a bit of food that's going on my wrap. Yeah.
No, there's a Alton Towers down. Alton Towers down. We just had a little snack at the, I think it's called Food Street. Sorry if it's really windy as we're walking across in front of the towers. It wasn't my favourite thing, like pizza pasta, nothing beats pizza pasta for me. But I had like noodles and shrimp, and the guys all had halloumi wraps or chicken wraps from the various stalls. It was fine, it filled a hole. Yeah, it's just nice to try something different sometimes, but pizza pasta is my favourite and always will be. So I don't even know if it's back properly yet here. I know at Legoland it seemed to be back, so we'll check that out when we walk past. We are walking towards the X sector, and I think we're going to go on Oblivion now. Let our lunch go down in the best way. Very talented.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Let's go on Oblivion. It was really fun today, actually. I mean, it's always fun. It's one of my favourite rides in the park. Probably my favourite ride in the park. But it was, I don't know, extra intense today. Like, I always challenge myself to not hold on to the restraints as I go down the drop, and I always grab. And this time I didn't grab, and I floated all the way down. And I hated it, but I also loved it because it's great. And we also, I never film my food because I just want to, like, I forget, to be honest. I get it in front of me and I want to eat it. But I had a strawberry sundae from the donut factory. It was really good. It has like real fresh strawberries on it and strawberry sauce and ice cream. Very delicious, especially on a day like this where it's all sunny and lovely out. We're kind of done with this side of the park now, so we are heading over. We're going to slowly make our way over towards Nemesis. I think we're going to stop at Jewel along the way because Jewel's now open. Last time we visited it was closed. Wicker Man maybe as well on the way over. And just see where the day takes us, as per usual. We're having the sun has joined us, lovely sunny day here at Alton Towers Resort for Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras, yeah. On the Wicker Man. It's running excellently as it was the last visit. Like I said last time, I do not know what Alton Towers have done to Wicker Man over closed season 2020 or just in general while the parks have been closed, but whatever magic they have worked has worked because it's just excellent now. It's just really fun ride, not too ratty. I remember when I rode it in 2020, it was feeling a little bit like uncomfortable, like I was having headaches going on it, but that's completely gone, and that's just a fun ride now. There's loads of little fun pops of airtime, loads of fun laterals. Obviously the theming is still excellent. I could spend all day walking around that taking pictures, but yeah, really fun ride. Hoping to get a kind of dusk evening ride on Wicker Man later because that always jacks agreeing, yes. It's always stunning when the sun's going down and all that smoke and stuff is going off. Really cool. We are heading over, well, we're walking through Katanga Canyon now, but we're heading over towards Nemesis and Forbidden Valley, but we are going to make a stop at Jewel. Jewel was closed last time, as you may remember, due to needing social distance. Sorry, I'm getting out of the way. We're in the Coke Freestyle unit. Yeah, just due to needing social distance and stuff. And the indoor rides were closed, so Jewel was closed last time we came, and it's reopened now, and apparently the entrance has been rejigged to make it a bit more accessible, so that's cool. Looking forward to checking that out. So yeah, I'll pick you up when we are around the corner closer to Jewel. Now, I was waiting until we saw one of the crews to kind of show you a bit of this, but we've been walking around all day and haven't seen any so far, so I don't really know what's going on there. But as part of Mardi Gras, all around the park, you'll find these stages. I guess they're meant to be like Mardi Gras parade floats. But you'll find different ones throughout the park. This is the Katanga crew, there's the Voodoo crew, the X-Factor crew. I think that they might not actually be called that, but maybe. But yeah, so basically different groups of like actors and dancers come out and do like a little set of like dancing and acting and stuff. Yeah, just a little bit of entertainment spread around the park for Mardi Gras. I really do hope that we get to see some of them, at least at one point today. We'll keep trying as we walk past, but yeah, the sets look amazing, love it. Here we go, slightly different setup than what we're used to. Apparently the entrance is this way. So let's go, follow it around. The shooting zombie guy is back. This way round. Oh, and we are still going through this way, which is what we are used to. These wooden fences look like they've been replaced for this season. Very nice. I love the Jewel queue, especially on a hot day like this. Like, the shade is really fab, and you get all the little puns and things on the tombstones. So we'll see that. Right, this bit was fairly similar, apart from the wood has been replaced. Yeah. I love that shot of the the haunted house through the trees. It looks so cool. Right, what's different in here? We've come in the same way. Ooh. Okay. Oh, let's move some stuff. Whereas we would have usually come in and walked straight up here, we now turn right when we walk in, and we're still walking up a wonky rampway. Ooh. Round across here. God, this room feels absolutely massive. The dead walk, apparently. Oh, there's the haunted bit down there. The fireplace. This is bizarre. So weird because it's exactly the same room but just a completely different angle. Still have the rocking horse down here. I don't see the letters spelling out creepy messages anymore though. But yeah, basically they've rerouted it so that you go up around here instead of straight through so the wheelchairs can get to ride, which is fab. It is Nemesis time! That I don't think I've ever been to Towers this time of year, or I don't usually I come at the start of the season and then like at Halloween for Scarefest, but the flowers are stunning. I know obviously famously the Alton Towers have the gardens, but look at the purple, it's fab, everybody look. We're taking a leisurely stroll back to the X sector to go on Oblivion again. We've just spent a little bit of time hanging out in Nemesis's pit, taking some pictures. Oh, is the skyline stopped? As I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself, someone was getting told off on the lift hill. They stopped the train on Nemesis going up the lift hill because someone had their phone out. Don't get your phone out on rides. It's very stupid. It can really hurt someone. So please don't do that. If you're watching this and have ever thought about doing it, don't. It's silly, very silly. Nemesis was running really well. Like I was saying, the past couple of rides I've had on it, it's felt like just a little bit rumbly, tiny bit rough, like not overly re-rideable. Today, running amazingly. We rode row 7, I think. Very smooth, very forceful. You know, you get off the ride and you go, yeah, that's why it's still iconic and still one of the best coasters in the entire world. And very privileged to have it. I was going to say on my doorstep. It's not on my doorstep. It's 3 hours away from where I live. But yeah, Ben's laughing at me because I said it was on my doorstep. I didn't. I was thinking about it and then I corrected myself before I said it. So yes, now we are having a very lovely lush walk back through the gardens towards the X sector, because we're going to go on Oblivion a couple more times. We're just having a really nice chill day. It's last time I came to Towers in April, it was a little bit busier, and as we're kind of slowly easing out of lockdown restrictions, some things are being eased off on. Mostly around kind of filling all the rows on coasters. Like we noticed 13 had most of its rows filled. Wickerman, they're filling all the rows. The queues are just really manageable, and I was expecting, well, it's very bright all of a sudden, I was expecting it to be not busier. It's still busy here, it's just the queues are shorter. Like they seem to be able to get through the crowds quicker, which is really good. We're having a really lovely day. The park's open till 8. We still haven't seen any sign of the Mardi Gras cruise, so don't really know what's going on there. Hopefully we get to the bottom of it, and hopefully we get to see them at some point today, because I would kind of, the reason we came today, obviously it's always a good day at Alton Towers, but one of the main reasons I wanted to come was to experience Mardi Gras, so fingers crossed we get to see that shortly.
Where's Johnny? John's in the overpass. Johnny's gone missing.
flowered shirt. Is that Johnny? In a flowered shirt. You Johnny? Come on then, yeah, you got them. Yeah, come and join our dancer. Get in with it.
Jack, I thought that was Ryan. In the wig. It has been a little while since I last picked up the camera. We have been chilling at Pizza Pasta Buffet. We went on Oblivion again, and that was very nice. The park has very much cleared out. I think it's about 6 o'clock now. The park's open till 8, which is lovely, especially when the weather's like this. But yeah, we've just been chilling. We have managed to see one of the crews. We saw the X Sector crews. That was great. I'm glad we got to see one of them. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed. We haven't really seen many of them around, which is a shame. And I don't know if there's any particular reason for that. It might just be one of those things in timings. We've missed them. But yeah, we've been sat at Pizza Pasta, had a little bit of a snack, a little bit of a drink. We were sat on the patio out the back, where you can see like the rapids and stuff. It was really nice, but now we've let our food go down. We're back in the Forbidden Valley for a few rides on Nemesis. I always say this, but it's always annoying to me that earlier in the day we queued all up there, and then we come back in the evening, and it's basically walk on. What are you gonna do? Ooh, I love that wind you get when you stand on the bridge and Nemesis goes past. Wow. Been a while since I've been in here.
I love the smell.
Oh yeah, it smells lovely. Oh, I'm so glad to be back. Being cruelly dismissed. I love this. Like, seriously, in the world, is there any better, more impressive entrance to a dark ride than the entrance to Hex? I don't think there is. Genuinely, like, it's insane. It's so fucking cool. And it's amazing, like, even with the TV screens, like, it doesn't feel dated. Even though, like, if you stop and watch the screens, it does a little bit, but generally speaking, it's timeless. So fab. Love it. Right, here we go. We're going to discover the secrets of the Earl Shrewsbury. Oh, we've just come off of Hex. I feel like maybe we should have left it a little bit longer after eating, because that was, I don't know if they've done something to it or if it's just because I haven't been on it in a while. I don't know, but it was definitely more intense than it usually is. Like, you could really feel the movement, and like, especially when it, you know, the bit where it changes direction, everyone in the chamber was just going, it was actually really funny. I was just making noises. But very, very nice to get back on Hex after, I know it's not even been that long. Like, I think we went on it in October, but as it's such a staple of like my visits to Alton Towers, to not go on it last time, it did feel like there was something missing. So I'm glad it's back open. I'm really looking forward to being able to go back on it properly once all the doors are able to close and things. Yeah. But it's really nice. Like, all the effects are working in there. The smell pods are live and kicking, stinking it up. It's very fun. Very good, and I still stand by. That's obviously, I mean, I know most people agree with this. It's not exactly like a hot take, but it's definitely the best of the Cobra Madhouse in the world. There are some good contenders, but Hex definitely takes the cake. I think we're just wandering over to Wicker Man now. For a load of Wicker Man, maybe. Again, it's a very leisurely pace. We don't really have much of a plan as to what we're doing. We're just taking it very easy and just enjoying our day. But I mean, considering we've been here since like 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm not too knackered. I thought I was going to be absolutely wiped at the end of this day, and it's not too bad. So, another ride on Wicker Man. We're just going to see out our day on the Wooden Wonder. This is the Wicker Man 2021 version only. We are ending our day here at Alton Towers Resort. We've just spent the last half hour just running around riding Wicker Man as many times as we can, because like I said, it's very fab this year, very, very good. It's now probably up there in my top 3 rides in the park, alongside Nemesis and Oblivion, which is very interesting and not something I foresaw happening in the 2021 season, but those last few rides certainly solidified it for me. Mardi Gras was very, very nice. It's lovely to see all the food options and stuff and all the bright colours around. I'm just a little bit sad we didn't get to see more of the voodoo crews, the various crews that are around. And I think that was probably just, we originally thought maybe they're not out for some reason, but I do think it was just timing. We were at different times in different areas and we just missed them, which is unfortunately one of the things. Obviously they can't communicate times that they're going to be on due to COVID. They don't want crowds gathering, which is fair enough. So I'm really out of breath. I'm so unfit. We have a short walk back to our car because we were allowed to park near the front for some reason, which is great, which is very unusual. Usually we would end our day over in Forbidden Valley riding Nemesis, but for the first time in ages, walking out the front entrance of the park. But yes, thank you so much for watching. We had a lovely day, lovely sunny day here at the park. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like theme park stuff and you haven't already subscribed, please do, because theme park stuff is what we do here. If I go to a park, I usually bring the camera along with me to show you what our day looks like, what we get up to, etc, etc. Leave a comment below. Have you visited Mardi Gras? What was your favourite crew? Have you got to enjoy some of those? Do you plan to visit? Do you like the park? Are doing loads of events this year? Are there any other events that you're planning on visiting this year? Let me know. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.